This podcast is part of the Jobcast Network. Podcasts for people with jobs.
Today, I'll be talking about one of humanity's biggest fears. A job!
I am role-playing Joe. I like it when you do that stuff to me. I am role-playing Joe. I like it when you talk dirty, when you talk. Role-play.
Well, I tell you a funny story to start us off.
Yeah.
To start us off?
To comb us off?
Oh, I didn't say that.
Okay,
I didn't
you
say
didn't say
that.
anything that's even sounded like that. Sorry, go on. Yeah, I would love to hear a funny story.
This happened a few years ago in the Fat Cat Cafe in Rathgar. Shout out the
That's a mouthful there. The Fat Cat Cafe in
the fat ass cafe in Ascar.
Ascar.
Yeah. Ask her what she thinks about it.
And she thinks
she thinks
you've got a
it's-
fat ass.
Yeah, what can I say? I was in the Fat Cat Cafe in Rathgar and getting a coffee. Shout out coffee. Sponsors of this week's. No, they're actually not.
They are not the sponsor, but if coffee does want to sponsor us down the line,
We're always
please
open.
do get in touch, because we are drinkers of coffee, we are fans of coffee, and we are consumers of coffee in a way that is hitherto unseen.
Yes, exactly. We need to be a bit more frank and honest about our coffee. That's a coffee thing.
Okay,
Yeah. That's one of those kind of brands that I've seen do
Yeah.
like a video with every single Irish internet comedian but me.
Guilty.
I'm guessing you've done a video.
I've done several with Frank and Honest.
You bloody are.
I
but-
would say they're top. Like, if you were to I've done mostly with them.
with frank and honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you
but
for
I
being
tell you-
so frank and honest.
Well, I
about it.
tell you what, I couldn't get any bloody sleep last night. I was like, I had insomnia. So there's another one
Oh.
we could possibly
And what was the cost of that?
cost. Like,
Cost
of not
of-
sleeping.
yeah.
That I'm tired today.
It's
as well.
right, yeah. Okay. Well,
All right.
you need a coffee?
And thank you to Frank and Honest, who are
Well, they're not the sponsors yet. Maybe they will be in the future.
We'll make sure of it.
Yeah, we will make sure. Well, our wonderful producer, Grimly Waterbottom.
Grimly Waterbottom. Shout out
What
to
a
Grimly.
legend.
What a fucking guy.
Yeah.
You know, I've been, roaming this earth for 28 years now, and I've never come across a man as much of a go-getter and a man that would, just help you out when you're down on your luck as Grimly Waterbottom.
He really is. I mean, he's such an oddball.
Strange guy.
We found him in the sewer famously.
Yeah.
His bottom is always soaking wet, but he is always working hard. He's not even here right now.
No.
He never is.
Because he never wants to take the glory. He wants
Yeah.
us to have all the glory. He works tirelessly in the background.
Yeah, he doesn't want to take all the glory and put it in his little hole. He doesn't want it for his glory hole. If that's to coin a phrase, is that a thing?
That is the thing. So glory hole would be like where one stores all their glory.
Okay, well, I guess I was 100% right with how I described it.
Absolutely. And I tell you what, if you ever need to put some of your glory in my glory hole, you're more than welcome.
It's just you wait. Glory's coming your way, and glory is coming the way of Grimly Waterbottom's hole because he's amazing. So frank and honest, get on to him. He'll sort it out. But anyway, I was in the Fat Cat Cafe in Rathgar a few years ago, and a guard walked in. A policeman.
A Wrath Guard.
A Rathguard walked in.
You rat guard.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's really good. You built on and then made it even better.
All
I'm
right.
impressed.
Thank you, man.
Let me tell you, you remind me a lot of the young man working behind the counter, because he was also very funny. Because the guard walked up to the counter, and immediately the young man behind the counter, without missing a beat, turned around and said to the guard, "Business or pleasure?" And it was one of my favorite things that's ever happened. I'm like, that is so funny. What a hilarious thing to say to a guard who's come into your cafe.
What if he said business?
Well, then I guess maybe that would open up a whole can of worms, and maybe he meant it as a genuine question. Maybe there was some sort of investigation going on into the fat ass cafe.
Yeah,
but
I'd love to know, like, how fat is their ass?
pretty fat.
It's pretty fat. I wonder, I would love to know the context of that visit. Did you just order coffee
I
then?
think you just ordered coffee then.
So it was just pleasure.
It was his pleasure. Yeah.
Or
Which
he's
I think he knew. I think the guy behind the counter probably knew.
business or pleasure. It's
Business
like
or
real,
pleasure.
like kind of like business or pleasure.
Yeah. I was like, that's so good. And
You want me to pleasure you, guy?
no, he didn't mean it like that.
You want me to pleasure you, guy, or are you here for business?
He didn't sound like that, and he didn't say any of those things.
Come on back here, guy, and I'll take your uniform off. Yeah, pleasure you.
He wasn't.
I'll suck you.
He wasn't some sort of old Dublin ghoul who wanted to suck the guard. That's
Come back here. I'll show you that for pleasure. No, I just want to.
You've taken a beautiful thing. You've taken a hilarious moment, and you made it dirty and seedy, like you do everything.
I'm sorry. When you tell the story, I imagine an old Dublin man offering the guards some flesh.
I don't know why you imagined that, because I described him as a young man. I said he was a young man behind the counter. So I have absolutely
it's just
no
the way
idea.
you tell the story, man. It makes me.
Sure it is.
It conjures up images of an old, perverted man trying to, pleasure a
Now you're
guard.
warping my memory of it. Now I'm imagining this sort of wizened old, sort of Gums McGee, like toothless. Come on, come into the back with me here, and I know what happened.
Now he's gone all nasally as well. Which guy, come on.
I'm a little black.
Come on, you guys, come back in here now. It's a business. No, I just want a flat white.
I have a bit of a sinus infection at the moment, so I've been trying to do the steam cleans. And
the only way I can clear my sinus is by giving you fellatio.
it cleared me right out good.
There's just something about a guard's penis that makes that clears all my congestion.
I want the penis can do it. Just the guy.
Tell you guys, soon with the guys home. Sorry, just
all right.
I am here for pleasure.
Guilty.
Yeah. So I will come back there, and I will come. Back there.
Come back there to help. Well, everyone gets something there, because it's pleasure for the guard, but it's also the business of clearing out.
Your man's sinuses.
Yeah, the troll who works in the cafe's sinuses.
The nasally troll.
The nasal troll.
Come here. Have you seen your man?
Nasal troll play.
Speaking of cafes, I suppose this is my wonderful segue.
Yeah, good segues. So far, so good.
There's a guy who reviews pastries and coffees, and Niall Sinnott.
You were telling me about this guy. I haven't seen him yet, though. He hasn't popped up for me.
Well, the reason I bring him up is because I bumped into him today by chance.
Oh.
Yeah, and I tell you what, there hasn't been...
Bumped into him? Did you bump into his bum?
No, like we saw each other, we're like walking towards each other, and we stopped and we chatted.
Okay, well then you didn't bump into him.
So,
Bumping is physical contact. You didn't bump.
But you're just trying to be smart here, because bumping into means like you like. So you say run into, like, I ran into someone. So you mean that?
You accused me earlier of telling you a story that gave you a mental image of something that wasn't the case. Well, now I'm picturing you running up and thrusting towards his bum. I'm sorry to be so crass, but that's what I'm picturing.
Well, that is exactly what happened.
I knew it. Okay,
but it was a
continue,
mistake.
please.
So once I realized my mistake, we talked for a moment.
Okay.
But I haven't been as excited for the kind of the emergence of a creator in quite a while. I think his reviews of pastries and coffee shops and stuff are like class. He's a really well spoken man, but a really incredible grasp on the English language with a huge vocabulary.
Okay.
And there's a lot of people who review food and various things online, and they don't have that. They don't have. No, I don't know.
Hey, come on, put your money where your mouth is.
I'm not going to, but they have followings for a reason. They appeal to a certain audience. But I'm always like, so anyone can if you just post reviews over and over again, you'll build an audience. In my mind, it's like me. If I was to like review, I've done videos taking the piss out of it, where it's like because I wouldn't know how to talk about food in a way that it provides a value or service to people.
Don't sell yourself short. I feel like you do a good job.
I don't. Thank you so much.
Would you ever start reviewing food? I've been trying to push you into this for years.
Maybe I will if this podcast doesn't work out. But what I'm trying to say is that Niall is very good at it. And I think because he's like well spoken, he gets a bit of abuse online. But I think people are starting to realise that like he's self aware, like he knows what the crack is. He's
okay. That was Niall calling.
That's Niall calling to say to stop talking about him.
Yeah.
And when am I going to bum into him again. But anyway, that's my couple of minutes of just standing Niall Sinnott.
Well, very nice.
Well, I bumped into him today and I told him all this. I kind of gushed over him.
I think I feel a Comedy Joe cameo appearance coming on for Niall.
I wouldn't rule it out, but I would actually like to steal him for myself.
Oh. I'm sure he would make a great guest. When's my guest appearance, by the way?
It's coming up, man.
It's coming up.
It's coming up.
Coming?
No, just coming up. Like it's
Coming
soon.
up?
It's coming up. It's coming up. Like,
right, yeah. Can't wait.
It's going to be great. It's going to be all of our big breaks.
Yeah.
We should repeat the motivational speaker sketch, but do it actually.
Do it better this time. Do it properly. Yeah. No, let's do something new.
Okay.
Let's do something no one's ever seen before.
Make comedy history.
Cabaret with an ironic twist. I'll say no more.
Turning the genre on its head in a way.
Subverting expectations in a way that's both amusing and thought-provoking.
And also evocative.
Yes. And maybe Niall Sinnott will also be there
instead of you.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'll never make it. I'll never do a Comedy Joe appearance.
No, you don't want to be going on Joe. And this podcast is sponsored by Niall Sinnott.
Yes. No, and Frank and Honest.
And Frank.
And Frank and Honest.
So we
it's
free
an
sponsors.
interesting collaboration. It's Anne Frank's
but
coffee
it works.
brand.
And I know none of those people or things are sponsoring us.
No,
but these guys are. Oh no, we never introduced podcast.
The podcast is called Roleplay. We play roles.
I'm Ryan Carrick.
And I'm Simon Hennessy. And this is our sponsor. Do you like beer? But do you sometimes not want to have alcohol but still have a beer? But then when you're doing that, do you ever think, I actually wish there was alcohol in this non-alcoholic beer? Then you're going to love the sponsors of this week's ep, Alcoholic Non-Alcoholic Beer.
Alcoholic non-alcoholic beer is the perfect beer for a night out when you're the designated drunk driver. When you want to have a few drinks with pals without the hangover, but which will probably leave you with a lot of hangover symptoms. Or just when you want to subtract the alcohol, but keep the taste of a creamy pint with alcohol added.
Perfect for a loud, quiet night out. Or just a chill one at the pub with mates, which isn't chill at all. Alcoholic non-alcoholic beer ticks all of the boxes, even the ones it doesn't.
Use discount code for a discount.
Alcoholic non-alcoholic beer. Enjoy responsibly without responsibility while being responsible. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Role Play. I am your host, Simon, and I'm joined today on the couch by an individual with something to share about a big story that you've probably seen in the headlines. We've all seen Michael O'Leary, CEO of Ryanair, come out in opposition to pints at the airport, early morning pints, trying to get them banned. And a lot of people have some strong opinions in response to this. And one of those people is my guest today, Gary Onbag. Gary Onbag?
Gary Onbag.
Gary Onbag.
Yes, Gary Onbag would be my name, yeah.
Gary Onbag.
Gary Onbag.
Foo Fighters.
Gary Onbag.
Gary Onbag. Okay.
So you know the way like you'd have like a carry-on bag?
Uh-huh.
Just think of it like that.
Okay, yeah. I was sort of thinking of that, but I thought that's a very unusual name and very coincidental, given that we're
Gary is it's sort of Gareth.
Yeah. So Gareth Onbag.
Well, no, people call me Gary.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Onbag is an unusual surname, though. You have to admit that.
It's Dutch.
It's Dutch.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you Dutch?
Nope.
Right, but your second name is. You have Dutch family or?
Nope.
All right. Let's move past the name.
All right.
I think we've reached the end. That's a cul-de-sac, conversationally speaking, I would see. So let's get into it.
Yeah.
Gary Onbag.
Well, look, you mentioned it there. You know, Michael O'Leary, he is just the worst. Like he's come out a few times, and I feel like he comes out with these kind of opinions and these statements almost to sell tickets for Ryanair. You know, and I am a long time customer of Ryanair myself.
Okay,
so
yeah.
you know, with his prices and stuff, you know, it is hard to look elsewhere. But for him to come out now and say that they should get rid of the ability to buy a pint, in the morning in the airport, or even, he's called for a limit on pints previously, because of, I don't know, antisocial behaviour on flights and stuff like that, which I can understand. Absolutely, I can understand. But there's other ways to navigate that, I think, because the airport pint is a beautiful thing. It really is. I think when you're going on your holidays, you're going to the airport and you get through security, the first thing you look forward to is a pint. And it depends, even a stag or something like a business trip or something, people go to have their pints there, and it's I think it's a huge part of the whole airport experience, and for that to be threatened, I think, is just appalling.
It's the start of a holiday, isn't it?
It really is.
It's cutting loose. It's saying, I'm off the clock now.
Yeah.
No matter what time, literally off the clock if you're having one in the morning. I'm ready to start my holiday.
Absolutely, and I think it's it's the only place where you can really do that is have it. You arrive at the airport at 5 a.m. You can go straight to the bar at
certainly for Ryanair flights anyway. You're getting in there at 5 a.m. Yeah,
absolutely.
They're early. They're early,
really early on. Yeah. So you can head straight to the Terminal 1 bar. The terrace. It is the happiest place in Dublin or Ireland. The vibes in there, especially on a Friday afternoon. People having their pints before going away, and it's brilliant. I love it. So for that to be at risk is just it worries me.
Well, you very well articulated, can I say, Gary, and you clearly feel passionately about this.
Hugely passionate, yeah.
As opposed, some people mightn't care as much if they're not seasoned travellers, but I'm assuming that you must be someone who travels a lot if you're spending so much time in the airport and if you're going to these airport bars and having this experience so often. So would you be someone who is jetting around the world, going on holidays maybe for business? Is this why you're in the airport so often and experiencing this lovely atmosphere that you're talking about on such a regular basis?
Yeah, so I would come all the way from Knockline.
Okay,
on the south side. Yeah, so I'd go. I
bit of a way to travel.
A little bit to.
Not easy to get to the airport.
No, it isn't. And so I'd be there, a couple of times a week myself. So I'd be coming from Knockline. So a bit of a ways to go. A
couple of times a week.
Yeah,
my
absolutely.
Goodness.
Yeah,
you must work abroad or something. Maybe you commute in and out of London. I know people do that. For work, is it something like that a situation?
Well, no, I'm kind of in between jobs at the moment myself, but in terms of getting to the airport, I'd get there, via bus. I'd go into town and kind of out from town. Sometimes I'll be able to get a lift. Rarely, but so most of the time I'm kind of getting there by myself. I wouldn't drive now myself because, as I say, I'll be drinking pints while I'm there.
Right. We'll park how you get to the airport for just a moment.
I don't drive myself.
You don't drive yourself.
Yeah, so I wouldn't park.
All right, great. I just want to go back a couple of steps. I don't want to derail us too much because we are talking about this pints issue and Michael O'Leary and the things he said and everything. But you mentioned there you're in the airport a couple of times a week. But you also said it's not for work because you're between jobs. So are you going on a holiday a couple of times a week?
Well, I suppose, Simon, I suppose going to the Terminal 1 Terrace bar is like a holiday. I just think it's, the atmosphere in there is electric most of the time, especially on an afternoon, a Friday afternoon when people are heading off on their travels.
Holidays, as you mentioned. Right, you said it's like a holiday, but of course, it isn't a holiday because it's a bar in an airport. So I'm wondering, where is the holiday then? Where are you going after your Friday afternoon pint when you say people are in a great mood because they're going on their holidays? Where are you going? Typically on these twice weekly trips.
It's about twice a week, on average, I would say, yeah. Mm-hmm. I would head back to Knockline then.
You'd head back to Knockline?
Yes, so I would,
From the airport?
The airport stays open, late enough.
24 hours, yeah.
Well, not 24 hours, actually. There is a period where it closes for a while.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah. I'm just having a little bit of confusion here, Gary Onbag, because what you seem to be telling us is that you go to the airport twice a week from Knockline. You don't drive yourself because you're having a few pints. Sometimes you get a lift. You can't always. Other times you go.
Yeah, I think we've been over that, though.
We have been over that. And then you go home?
Yes.
Back to Knockline?
Yeah. You
don't get on a flight. You don't fly anywhere?
No, God, no.
So you're going to the airport.
Yeah.
to have pints?
Yeah, so I would go there to have pints because there's no better place to go for pints than the airport.
I mean, there are.
No, but everyone's in a good mood going on their holidays. So I'd be inclined to get involved in that sort of atmosphere and the excitement of it all. But I wouldn't fly myself. I'm shit scared of flying.
And sorry, Gary,
I haven't flown in about 15 years.
15 years.
Yeah.
Would you be going to the airport twice a week?
About twice a week on average.
On average.
Yeah.
Gary, in order to get to the Terminal 1 Terrace Bar, the greatest place on earth as far as you're concerned.
Certainly the happiest place.
Yeah, you need a
people
boarding
just
pass.
having their pints.
You need a boarding pass. You need to get through security.
Pre-holiday.
Yeah, I get it. People are in a great mood in the Terrace Bar. How are you getting to the Terrace Bar if you're not getting on a flight?
On a sunny day as well, like that kind of really just gets the party going early doors. And I love chatting to people and getting to know people because there's always people moving through the airport,
Fine, yeah, there's always people in pubs in town. You could go to one of those,
How
are you getting... Are you buying tickets?
So I would buy. You have to gain access to those bars. You do have to have a boarding pass and your passport. Yeah, so I would purchase flights
and just go through security to drink at the Terrace Bar in the airport and then leave and go home.
Yeah.
Gary Onbag.
Gary Onbag.
That's crazy.
Well, no, well, look,
that's really weird.
I just think what Michael O'Leary's calling for is an absolute joke, like it's an outrage, and for me to not be able to go to the airport twice a week on average from Knockline, I just think is,
I kind of think that what Michael O'Leary is calling for, the only person that it might actually benefit is you, Gary, because it might convince you to stop going to the airport for your pints, which is costing you, I expect, a lot of money if you're buying flights every...
See, that's the thing, Simon, if you book well in advance, and if you're booking kind of short flights, I could book a flight to Manchester in 6 months' time, €20.
Okay, fine.
So you'd spend that on a taxi on a night out, and I go to the airport twice a week on average, and
as we've established.
And book in advance, book about 6 months in advance. So I've flights booked for October of this year to Kerry.
Where it doesn't matter, does it?
Well, it doesn't matter. There were
wherever's cheapest.
Well, one time I did leave it too late. And there were no kind of local flights, so I did spend €900 on a flight to Vancouver.
That's great. That's
last minute. So
that's
yeah.
Would you not just go to your local pub instead?
There's just something different about the vibes in the airport.
Yeah, it's electric.
Yeah, it's electric. It really is.
People are excited for
they're heading off on their holidays, And I say to them sometimes, put me in your suitcase. Sure, if I drink enough here and I'll knock myself out, and you can just put me in your suitcase and bring me with you.
But of course you don't want that, Gary.
Well, I'm afraid of flying. But if I'm unconscious and I manage to get into someone's suitcase, then maybe things will be okay, and I'll escape this constant hell that I'm in.
Okay, let's leave it there, because I think we've had quite enough of an exploration of the mind of you, Gary. But thank you for sharing your opinions and thought-provoking stuff there with regards Michael O'Leary's proposed plan on airport pints, and how some weirdos do things in the airport, I guess. Thanks for listening, guys.
Thank you, and fuck Michael O'Leary.
All right. That's not the
fuck him.
That's not the opinion of the podcast. That's the opinion of a disturbed individual.
Gary Onbag.
Gary Onbag. Thanks for listening, guys.
I'm not on bag, by the way. It's because Gary Onbag.
You couldn't get a past security.
Couldn't get. I've tried.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Other podcasts on the Jobcast Network include Diary of a CEO, The Job Rogan Experience, and the one you're listening to right now. Welcome back to Roleplay. So last week, guys, the Met Gala took place, one of the most extravagant nights of the year, in which celebrities, and fashionable people come to the red carpet for the Met Gala ball to show off their designs, and I suppose it's an ode to fashion and philanthropy. And so to tell us all about how that night went is one of the red carpet hosts, Fashion Drug. Fashion, thank you so much for joining me today.
Hello. So excited to be here. This is going to be a really great time. I'm having a fantastic time on this, I suppose you call it a blue carpet. Not a red carpet.
It's a it's a couch. It's a kind of blue couch.
Ooh, what? A couch? Okay. Hello, Mr. New Word.
You've never heard of couch?
What does that mean?
We're sitting on a couch.
Who designs the couch?
I don't know. It's Simon's couch. I don't know.
Now tell me about Simon. He sounds great.
Yeah, we take turns kind of with the guests. So he's gone out now, and we have a producer as well called Grimly
Waterbottom. I've heard about him. He seems a really great guy.
You're familiar with him, yeah.
It's very strange that you alternate. Why don't you interview the guests together?
I think just 3 is too many. On
Two's company. 3 is a couch.
3 is a couch, a blue carpet couch.
A blue carpet. Yeah.
Well, look, Fashion, you were at the
Fashion Drug in the house. Hello.
So you were at the Met Gala ball last week, and I just want to know.
No, not quite.
Oh well,
you made a little mistake there.
All right.
I hope that doesn't blot your copybook.
So you weren't at the Met Gala last week?
No. I was after the Met Gala.
You were after the Met Gala?
After the Met Gala.
All right, okay, so
there's a Met Gala, and then afterwards, we have the real event. The party after the party. The one where it really happens. You know what I mean?
Interesting. Okay, well, I was going to ask you about the kind of controversy around Jeff Bezos kind of buying the Met Gala in a way, but
No, I don't know anything
about that.
Nothing about that. No.
Okay. Well, I'll probably have to kind of take a different approach. What takes place? What takes place? A different approach.
Different.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not going to ask you about the Met Gala, but I want to know then what takes place after the Met Gala.
You want to know what takes place after the Met Gala?
Yeah, after the Met Gala. Yeah.
You're taking a different approach.
I'm taking a different approach because you weren't at the Met Gala.
No.
I'm adapting to the interview.
Another word, adapting.
Yeah,
Fashion Drug.
What happens after?
What happens after the Met Gala?
Yes.
The Ket Gala.
The Ket Gala.
It's a Ket Gala.
Is it this run by the same people?
It's sort of its own thing, but it's sort of connected because it's a rhyme.
Oh, Ket and Met.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it attract the same audience, the same people?
Same superstars.
Yeah.
The same array of beautiful, passionate, fashionable people.
Yeah.
Well, let me. What do you think of this? Ever heard of Bad Bunny?
Yeah, of course.
Does that answer your question?
So Bad Bunny was at the Ket Gala?
Yeah.
He was
at the Ket Gala.
Okay. So people do go to both. So they go to the Met Gala first.
People go to the Met Gala and they wear the clothes. They do the photos. They, I don't know. They shake hands. They say peace be with you. They say and also with you. And
is that what happens at the Met Gala?
I don't know. I've never been there.
Okay.
Wouldn't know the first thing about it. I'm guessing they go. They wear the clothes. They shake hands. They say peace be with you and also with you. And they do that.
It's a religious thing. You think
I don't know. Have you been to it?
I've never been to it. No, it's $100,000 per ticket.
So many dollars.
Yeah. Now, usually, the fashion brands they will pay for a celebrity to wear their stuff and they'll pay their way. But
the Ket Gala is not $100,000.
So how much is it into the Ket Gala?
It is $99,000.
That's pretty expensive as well. That's only
$1,000.
It's
less.
It is less.
It's not the same amount.
But it's $1,000. So some people are splashing out $199,000.
I don't know. You don't have to do, but most of them do both. For instance, you might have seen on the red carpet a little superstar goes by the little name, I don't know, Bad Bunny?
Yeah, Bad Bunny.
Well, I think that answers the question.
It doesn't. So you'd already told me that he went.
Well, he was in the Ket Gala. He was busy in the Met Gala saying, peace be with you. And then he was in the Ket Gala 2026. And you know who he was wearing?
Who?
A little designer called Cocaine Chanel.
Cocaine Chanel?
Cocaine Chanel.
Okay, so I assumed...
Isn't that something?
Is that a real brand? I know Coco Chanel. I've heard of Coco Chanel, yeah.
I know, I'm not familiar. Have you ever heard of a little person. Maybe I haven't even heard of them. I don't know. Sabrina Carter?
Who?
Sabrina Carter?
Sabrina Carter.
No. Sabrina Carhart?
Sabrina Carhart.
No. Sabrina. You know what I'm saying.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah. So you do know her.
Yeah, I just wanted
Why
to...
were you messing? You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do know. Yeah. Sorry, I
you know
didn't
who it
initially.
is.
I thought it could have been Sabrina Carter.
You know her.
Yeah.
Pretty famous, big star.
Big star.
Doing a tree on your in the presso.
In the presso.
Yeah. Or whatever.
House tour. Take you to the first, second, third floor.
Yeah, so you know she was at the Ket Gala.
She was at the Ket Gala.
She was at the Ket Gala.
Okay,
and she was wearing a little fashion artist called Giorgio MDM Armani.
MDMA Armani.
MDM Armani.
So yeah, I get it. Yeah, so there was a lot of there were a lot of substances at this.
Now you're starting to
Well, I don't think it's a huge revelation that celebrities take drugs and all.
Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro.
He's not a... Sorry, I don't want to throw around accusations. Everybody loves him. He's definitely not a pedo, right?
Yes.
Okay.
As far as I'm aware.
I guess you know something that we don't.
As far as I'm aware, I've heard nothing.
I heard nothing. Pedo Rascal was there.
Pedro Pascal, yeah.
Yeah, we're saying it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
He was there. Guess what he was wearing?
I've no idea.
Balenciaga.
Balenciaga.
Yeah.
Like like ecstasy.
Ecstasy,
Yeah. Okay.
So
he was on ecstasy? Is that what you're saying? Was he actually wearing these brands, or are you just telling me the drugs these people did?
let me tell you someone else. Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
She was there. She was wearing Disnort.
Is that Dior? Like Dior with D-snort?
Disnort.
But that's a bit of a reach.
That was a little bit of a reach. Let me see if I can get us back on track.
Yeah.
You ever heard of Sandrina Carter?
Sabrina Carpenter?
Yeah?
Yeah.
She was wearing Alexander Meth Queen.
Okay, that's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, Meth Queen is better. Yeah.
You ever hear Bad Bunny?
Yeah.
Guess what? Bad Bunny was there wearing Ralph Lauren.
Ralph Lauren. That actually.
Lauren.
Look, I was like, no, but I actually do think that does kind of work. Okay, can you just confirm for me? You're not talking about.
I can confirm.
I'd imagine they were wearing the same clothes.
Amanda, I confirm.
I would imagine they were wearing.
I'm doing my confirmation.
You're a bit
Peace
old.
be with you.
Oh, like at the Met Gala.
Ket Gala.
But the Met Gala is a religious
event. Yeah, is it? I didn't know that.
But you are saying...
You're dropping facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Dropping truth bombs all up on your ass. Yeah.
Dropping bombs.
Yeah, like they were at the bloody Ket Gala.
There's so many.
Yeah.
There's just so many drugs. And that actually is true. All the celebrities do drugs.
Yeah, no, I know that.
I'm not being crazy here.
No, it's no...
I don't know which ones, but I'm guessing Sandrina Carter.
Sabrina Carter? Sabrina Carpenter?
Serena Williams.
Yeah. Serena Williams, she can't. She's a fucking tennis player, man.
Not anymore. She retired.
So she's flat out. She's flat out now.
That's the Ket Gala doing... maybe. I don't know. I wasn't there. I wasn't even...
You are not the Ket Gala?
I wasn't.
You're just an organizer?
No, I actually have nothing to do with it. But your producer sent me an email and I said, okay.
Oh. Okay, well, look. Thank you for that insight into the events that take place after the Met Gala.
Ket Gala.
The Ket Gala, yeah.
I don't even know if that's a thing. I don't even know if it happens.
I think it does.
As well.
I think
you know something that I don't know.
Well, no, I just, based on the way you've told me all these details, I do believe it does take place. Sorry? Okay, now I'm more sure.
I was there. I'm just kidding. I was there. I was a host.
Okay, good. Well, look, congratulations on your event. I hope it was a huge success.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Fashion Drug. It's been an absolute pleasure chatting to you, and hopefully I'll get an invitation for next year.
Oh, well, we'll have to see.
Well, maybe you can bring the price down a little bit. I can't afford 99,000. Yeah.
You're not getting invited.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. Well, I hope I'm invited to the bloody Ket Gala next year.
That does sound like fun.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, I would not be shocked if it was a real thing. Have you seen any of those TikToks of the Met Gala celebrities the morning after.
Are they all in bits?
They look like they've had a little too much fun
At the bloody Ket Gala,
at the Ket Gala.
€100,000 a year a ticket is fucking crazy, isn't it?
That is crazy. What's even more crazy is that even though it's in America, they charge euro for it. That's so weird. Why don't they do dollars?
Wait, seriously? Are you messing?
No, well, you just said €100,000 for a ticket, so So I'm like, that's so bizarre.
That's so weird. Like, because you would think
The European-
it's in America. It's like, yeah.
You think it would be dollars?
Well,
But
you know,
only-
I meant dollars. You know, I meant dollars.
I know you meant dollars, and I know Fashion Drug meant well.
You meant well.
in kind of telling us whatever he was telling us. And Gary Onbag, I think, also means well, but maybe
Is very sick man, I think.
in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways.
I think there's something really, really wrong and maybe dark or sinister about him.
Yeah, I agree. I
Yeah.
think there could be something deeper going on there.
Yeah, but I do agree that you should be able to drink at a pint in the airport.
I also agree. And, thank you to Gary for sharing that. Thank you to both our guests. Thank you, as always, to Big Grimley for sorting them out.
Grimley Waterbottom, he is the GOAT. But yeah, I don't know where he finds these people. I don't know where he finds these fucking
me
people.
neither. Every week I'm like, who the fuck is he going to get?
How are you getting a lad who only goes to the airport to drink pints? Or like the guy who fucking runs the event for celebrities after the Met Gala?
Ket Gala, like what? I don't know. Leave him at it. That's what I say.
Yeah, exactly.
It's working. He's got a good system.
Don't question it too much.
I don't question anything about Grimley, really.
But next up,
we do like to question you guys to send us some sketch and roll ideas, and you've done that.
you've sent in some brilliant ideas, and we have a dice here, and we have corresponded your six of the best ideas to the 6 sides of the dice, and whatever we land on, that is the sketch that we will do here.
Six.
666.
Yeah, if there were 6 fingers on my hand, I would be holding it up, but there's only 5.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
I'm holding the mic with the other hand, so I can't do them both at the same time. So
Okay, so stop asking them to do it.
I won't do it. I can't do it. But what I can do is roll this dice and see
you have a spare
where we
hand,
land. So
Without further ado,
3. Rather pathetic roll. It hit your wire. But anyway,
Hit your
3.
wire.
Oh.
3, 2, 1. Two lads named Johnny who have a podcast. It's from Creta Coil, I should say.
Creta Coil.
Blah, 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 blah. 2 lads named Johnny who have a podcast. Oh,
That's not a bad idea.
yeah. It's not.
If
Is that a thing already?
my name was Johnny and your name was Johnny, then we could have had a podcast. We do have a podcast anyway, so that didn't stop us. But it would make
Is that
sense.
the podcast about the fish? They're fishermen or something?
There's a fish element in there. There's maybe some, I believe, tip is involved.
Oh, they give tips?
Yeah, well, look, let's find out, really, because I don't know if I don't know if there's any Johnny and Johnny podcasts out there. We might be the first.
Well, there's going to be.
There's going to be right now.
Welcome back
to
Okay. Well, hey, Johnny. Welcome back to The Shaft with me, Johnny.
and me, Johnny. Hey-o! Up tip.
Come on, the lads. Look, as we were talking about last week.
A.
Well, I was just about to get.
Don't forget about the A.
You cannot forget the A, because if you forget the A, it's just yeah.
Yes. And what does that stand for?
Girls
Allowed.
allowed.
And they were a great pop group.
A great band, and Cheryl Cole. Cheryl Cole was probably one of the first women that I ever fancied when I saw her on the X Factor. You know,
So I've seen a few Johnnies in her day. Hey,
Hey,
tip.
come
I'd be
on.
more of a Dermot Kennedy guy.
in terms of
Just music.
the music you like. Yeah. Well, Kingfisher do a great, are fucking good lads. Like,
Hey, yo.
yeah. Yeah. Kill la 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 la. I'm a Johnny and you're a Johnny too.
And for some reason, our podcast is called The Shaft.
The Shaft.
The Shaft. The Shaft.
Well, I'll tell you why it's called The Shaft, because I've been shafted a few times by some of the lads down the club.
Some of the lads down the club will be shafting you sometimes, and that's why you say you've been shafted by a few of the lads down the club sometimes. Oh.
You've been hit by. You've been shafted by one of the lads down the club. Yeah.
Johnny, are you okay? Are you okay,
Johnny?
Are you GAA, Johnny? Johnny,
Yes.
are you GAA?
Well, look, we were talking about last week. We were talking about the All-Ireland Championship.
We were. It's a big one this
It's
year.
a big
Up tip.
one. Up tip, and hopefully we can bring it home. The Sam Maguire Cup and the Liam McCarthy Cup as well.
Both of those cups, two different names.
Yeah.
One is Sam Maguire, one is Liam McCarthy, and both I would love to see in the hands of
Tipperary.
Up tip.
Come on, the lads. And speaking of fucking like
Bloody
Jay
motorway.
and what is
The
yours?
bloody motorway.
Well, look,
I was driving down the other day, and you know what I rolled down the window and I put my head out and I just yelled out, up tip.
well, sometimes you have to be proud of where you come from, like.
Yeah, and I am.
And you're proud of being from Tip. And speaking of Tip,
Well, we know.
here's a tip. Fucking go out and support your local
Support your local tip.
Tip. Yeah.
Support your tip. If you have a tip, support it. Do you know?
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
let it. If it's unsupported, it'll just flop right down.
And protect it.
Protect it.
Protect it above all else. You want to protect your tip.
If you don't protect your tip, if your tip is going wherever it's going to go unprotected, you never know what you might pick up.
Honestly, you could be, if you leave your tip unprotected, you could come home with something like gonorrhea or chlamydia, or one of the other serious things that can really affect your life.
Chlamydia, like ga.
Yeah, chlamydia.
Chlamydia.
Yeah, she loves the
She
the
loves
the chlamydia.
That's
Yeah.
one of our songs. Check it out.
Yeah.
Spotify. It's called
Gonorrhea. Yeah, so
chlamydia.
Yeah.
Gonorrhea.
AIDS.
Well, I fought hard to keep that lyric out of the song, but you...
The AIDS.
Yeah, that's good.
So these are the sort of things that you can come up against.
Tipulus.
Tipulus.
Yeah, like... Tipulus. Not as good.
No, but sure.
GA AIDS was really good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it is important to look after yourself and your
Look after
own
your
your sexual health, and not
Cover your tip.
Cover your tip. Up tip.
Yeah.
Cover up your
Cover
tip.
up your tip. When we say up tip, that's just shorthand for cover up your tip.
Yeah.
With a Johnny, like.
With a Johnny.
With a Johnny. With one of Johnny and Johnny.
We are two Johnnies, like.
Yeah, we're both Johnnies.
And that's why this podcast is called The Shaft.
Up the shaft. Up tip.
Up tip. Cover up your tip.
Cover up your tip unless you want a bad case of GA AIDS.
Or, if you're a young person and you want to have sex, like a young adult, you want to have sex, and then, you don't want to get pregnant as well.
You don't want to end up with a GAAB.
Or a little baba ga. That
You don't
then you
want
must then you must wear a Johnny. You must
have to wear a Johnny on your tip, because if you don't, 100%, 50% of the time you're going to get GA AIDS. The other 50% of the time you're going to end up
GAAB.
going to have a GAAB.
Yeah.
So that's why you need to use a Johnny like myself.
Or myself.
Yes.
And I'm saying this in a literal sense, like I am a Johnny, like
Yeah.
I'm a condom.
Yeah, you are and so am I.
Yeah, like,
and I would be an unused Johnny.
I've been, but on the other hand, on the other cock, I've been used several times.
Yeah. Several times.
Yeah, which is kind of fucked up.
Which is
like.
crazy, because you're only meant to be used once. Like,
to ensure, the functioning condom, it should only be used once and then disposed of.
yeah, disposed of in a safe manner, and then the next time you need one, you get another one out and use that. But for whatever reason, you have been used ad infinitum. You have been used umpteen times.
I've been used more than a few times now at this stage.
It's astonishing that you can even be put on at this point onto a tip, up tip.
Up tip, cover up your tip.
I imagine you are actually doing very little to protect against GA AIDS or a GAAB at this point, because you are riddled with holes.
Yeah, there's a lot of holes, like.
Yeah.
Somebody once gave me to his mate, like, as a birthday present, but he attached me to a card using, like, one of those little pins, so it actually just went through me, like. So I'm not
immediately you're not
like, not fit for purpose at all, like.
No, not at all. So I would, no offense here, I would probably advise people to stop using you.
Yeah.
But I'm pristine. I'm in the packet.
You're in great nick, like.
I haven't been touched.
No.
No,
like
a virgin. touch for the very up tip.
So
we do a song.
I think we do a song.
Why not? Like,
I think we should do a song. And I'm just trying to look at the lyrics here of my song.
Go on.
Well,
are we putting on any sort of track, or are we just diving right in there?
Yes.
Why don't you find a little? You get something up there.
I look up something here to get us going.
Should be easier for us to get our own.
You would think
our own song, like
this one here. Is it
songs?
Up songs and up tip and cover up your tip. Is this the one I'm looking for?
Yes, I think so.
Right. Is this?
We'll have to sing.
What's this now?
Oh, this is just an ad, like up ads.
Up
Actually,
ads.
down ads.
No, G ads.
Yeah,
the gads. All right, here we go.
No, don't need it if you're bumming.
Is this working at all?
I don't know. We sort of know the chorus better. We're kind of more of a chorus band.
Here we go.
Nobody listens to this anyway.
No. Okay, right. Fall in love. She said, I'll tell you something about me. Don't judge my family. Everyone, people's half mad. Your Johnny couldn't be that bad.
Gonorrhea, chlamydia,
gonorrhea. Well, that was good.
Yeah,
I thought that was good.
Up tip. That was pretty good.
And it's important.
So that was our song. Chlamydia, gonorrhea, ads, which is sort of meant to be.
So up ads, up ads. So the joke here is, lads, that we're two Johnnies, like actual Johnnies, that woman put on their
exactly,
penis.
that you use on your penis,
on your appendage, like, and you would use that to protect yourself from,
unless you've been catfished.
And that is something that we will discuss next week.
Next week's episode
on the shaft.
It's going to be called the GA Shaft Fish.
Shaft Fish.
And I have a feeling it's going to be a story that'll take the country by storm.
We have a few. We've heard from a lad who's been shafted by a shaft fish, which is a real fish. So.
Sorry, we're getting another call from Niles in it there.
So Niles is after ringing me there, and up sin it, up tip, up ads, up
jades, no, down jades, down jabbies, and up you Johnny,
and you Johnny up in a vagina or ass at some stage.
Yes, yeah, use it with your tip, up tip.
But I don't want to be used again. Please.
Use me.
Use him. If you're going to use either of us, use him.
All right, we'll see you next week.
Go on. For the shaft fish episode.
Yep.
So I suppose the gag there was that they were called two Johnnies because they were actually two condoms.
Actually, two condoms.
Yeah.
Of course, it's a play on the existing podcast.
So
two Johnnies. Did I talk about it on the podcast before when I met the two Johnnies?
I don't know. Probably because I've met them before as well. They're great lads.
They are great lads. They're also. They might be the most famous people I've ever met. I did a thing for Apple.
Oh, you did tell me about this. Yeah.
Did I tell you about it on the podcast or not?
I think it was on the podcast. So don't fucking tell it again.
Sorry, I won't tell it again. But they were just a refresher. There was queues of children out the door for hours in an apple green off the motorway on a Thursday to see the two Johnnies.
Yeah.
I was like, that's mad.
No, they are like.
Why doesn't anyone ever do that for us?
Yeah. Why isn't there? There should be a queue outside your house.
Exactly.
You said children?
Well,
you said children.
You're insinuating it in a weird way.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not. It's not the children part that I.
You just want queues of people.
I want queues of people.
Yeah. Okay.
If those people happen to be children.
So be it.
Yeah, okay, but that's not the. That's not the important part.
Anyway, maybe one day after this podcast comes out and they're but the condom thing, that's pretty good.
They'll be like,
maybe then we'll have views.
Shaftfish story sounds pretty exciting. So
maybe the two Johnnies will have us on at some stage.
They might not.
No, they probably won't. Realistically,
yeah, it almost definitely won't. But you never know.
All right. Well, look, thank you so much for listening today. we had a great time doing this
did have
podcast.
fun,
You know,
actually. We had fun.
you can send in your suggestions to the Roleplay Pod on Instagram or the roleplaypod@gmail.com, and or anything. Just get in touch. Even if you have any feedback or anything, we will respond.
Either we will respond, or our producer extraordinaire, Grimly Waterbottom.
Oh, we just gave him the logins actually. Yeah, so he will be able to get back to you, and he's a lot more enjoyable to talk to than we are. So
he is. What a treat it is to converse with Grimly Waterbottom.
shout out Grimly, and maybe one of these days he'll be here in studio with us when we're recording.
Fingers are crossed.
But other than that, thank you so much. We will see you next week. I've been Ryan Carrick. I've been Gary Onbag, and I've also been one of the Johnnies.
And I have been Simon Hennessy, Fashion Drug, and the other one of the Johnnies. Thanks, guys.
Peace and love. Bye bye.